Hey guys, Chad Weber here. Quick video, only going to take about 10 to 15 minutes today. Nothing to buy. This isn't a webinar or a replay. I just want to talk to you about getting realtor referrals. Been hearing a whole lot of talk about that everywhere, from our Facebook group to our LinkedIn group to our emails to our forums, everywhere. It seems like the topic of getting referrals from agents is top of mind for a lot of loan officers, and I want to talk about the right and wrong way to do that. So let's get right to it. Let's talk about the approach. A lot of loan officers use what I like to call an accidental marketing approach, and that just means that they're doing a whole bunch of stuff, throwing a whole bunch of things against the wall, but they're really not sure where their business is going to come from and what's going to stick. And I'm here to tell you that's not a fun way to do business. It's frustrating, and it's not predictable, and more importantly, it's not scalable. If you don't know what's working and you don't know your conversion rates and numbers, then how can you scale? Okay, so let's talk about what does work. When I first decided to approach agents from a mass level, moving away from the refi business to purchase business, we had over 50 agents ready to do business with us inside of 90 days, starting from scratch. Now, to be clear, that wasn't just me. That was me setting up the marketing and the initial sales calls, but then putting my loan officers out there. But that's really not bad work for 3 additional loan officers, 50 agents in 90 days. Now, with that said, after starting to do business with those 50 agents, we then got very serious about cherry picking and narrowed that down to about 20 to 25 agents, because we found that about half of them just weren't worth the time to keep working with, either due to personality differences or the way of business practices. For whatever reason, we decided to cherry pick and get it down to 25 agents, and that kept us very, very busy. Now, I tell you that to show just how quickly you can turn your business around. This was starting from scratch, guys, from the refi world to the purchase market. And you know what? A single elephant agent, and I call elephant agents those agents doing 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 million a year. So just way, way up there in the numbers. A single elephant agent can be worth a whole lot of money to you. 6 figures just from a single agent if you become their primary source. Been there, done that. 30 plus closings in 1 year from a single agent. Now, this agent was in the top 3 for the entire state, but bottom line is we were their go-to loan officers, so we got a lot of closings out of it. And that means that it's worth that initial time to figure out how to approach these agents. How did we do it? Through surveys. We didn't want to be just like every other loan officer out there, and the only way to not do that was to find out what the agents wanted. Instead of accidental marketing, I actually got on the phone and I actually started calling agents. I didn't start the marketing until I had spoken to 100 agents. Had some of my loan officers door knocking, doing surveys, and I was calling up and doing phone surveys, not selling anything, not trying to solicit your business. I just want to find out, what do you like and what do you dislike about working with loan officers? And we asked them their biggest complaints. And let me tell you, when you ask somebody, give somebody permission to complain, a lot of them will complain. And we heard them very, very loudly. And we crafted our marketing strategy only after hearing from enough agents to where we knew what our market wanted. There is nothing worse than making an assumption, okay? So, assumption marketing, no. We did a survey. We wanted to hear from our market. It's amazing how often you think you know what somebody wants, and after you talk to them, you find out, wow, I was way off base. No wonder they weren't responding to me. So our approach was to start off with a survey and find out exactly what they wanted. So that way we know what we have to offer. We know what we need to focus on. Okay, so let's talk about one of the ways that I got in the front door with the elephant agents was I had to do something really, really what we call wow. Okay, you got to do something very different. We can't show up like everybody else. So when I narrowed down, hey, here's the top 3 elephant agents that I really want to do business with, I mailed them a book. Okay, so I went online to find out what they were chatting about, because it's amazing, guys. With the web, you can find these guys on Active Rain, you can find them on Agents Online Forum, you can find them over at the Zillow sites. I mean, you can find them almost anywhere, and just basically we're able to read about what they were complaining about. And I heard one agent complaining about the discount realty shops, these shops that say, oh, well, we could do everything for 2%, but then it's kind of a la carte. So actually went online and bought a book about just that very topic from a trainer about how to deal with discount realty shops. And I mailed it to them in a large bubble wrapped manila envelope. Now, I wasn't giving it to them as a gift. I put a little note in there that let them know, hey, I just thought you might want to read this. I'll be by to pick this up, you know, maybe in 30 days or whatever. So that way I'm not giving them a gift. I'm just loaning it to them. I'm going to come pick it up. And you know what? It was weird enough and out there enough that it worked. Every single time we mailed that book, we got a phone call, we got an email. They wanted to talk to us. They wanted to know, why did you send this? You know, well, now we just opened that door to talk. You got to do something wow. So I mailed them something. And I sent it in a package that they couldn't ignore. If you just send a regular envelope, but I sent it in a bubble wrap manila envelope, who doesn't open big bulky packages, okay? So that was my approach. Your approach can be different, but I settled on this approach after spending that time doing the surveys. Next, the offer. The offer has to be sustainable, guys. We can't just come in there and promise the world, because what we'll find is that just one or two agents are going to tap you out. You're not going to be able to scale or grow. So don't do anything, don't promise anything unless it's mutually beneficial, okay? Now, I only offer things to agents that are going to allow me to rub elbows with them. Now, let's talk about some of the things that I offered to these agents. Roundtable discussions, those were awesome. All right, roundtable discussion groups. And we got these typically from the sales managers, and the broker owners would make it mandatory for their agents to attend these sessions that we were managing. Now, imagine how much credibility that builds. We worked call capture campaigns, so that kind of dates it a little bit, doesn't it? We did joint videos. Oops. Sorry, not the prettiest notes here. Did some Craigslist, okay, some joint Craigslist efforts, and SEO. Now imagine being able to go in and demonstrate to an agent and show them and teach them some tricks on how to get to the front page. And not only do you teach them, but you can demonstrate it and show them, hey, I'm already on page 1 for these real estate terms, and I'm not even a real estate agent. Now, do you see what's happening here? Is I'm offering to work with them and teach them some of these things. But it's put me in front of not only them, but a whole bunch of other agents. So I'm leveraging my time, because it can be a big time suck if you're marketing to agents onesie-twosie style. So we decided to just go in and boom, let's blast the entire office by doing these sessions. Heck, we even flew in professional speakers from time to time, and we would get 70, 80, even 100 plus agents to show up for those events. And now that professional speaker, the guru that they follow around and listen to, is now promoting us from the front stage. So in other words, under offer, what I'm communicating to you is there's so much out there that you can do to get their attention and hold their attention and be in touch with them on a regular basis and show them value. Value in yourself and why they need to work with you when you have these skill sets that they want, that they need, that they respect. Guys, it's transformative. Let's talk about tools and resources. Now, everything that I just said about the offer, now let's think about how you can use a lot of tools out there to really move these discussions forward and these relationships forward. One of the things that I did was I went around to agents' websites and I would scan their website with an SEO ranker, and it would show me the mistakes and errors in their website and why they're not ranking higher. I would print out those reports and send it to the agents and say, hey, just so you know, here's what I found. I'd be more than happy to make some recommendations to you. It's not going to cost you anything. Let's just meet up and chat. Okay. Same thing with security. Believe it or not, there are softwares out there that will scan websites and show how easy it is to hack the websites and show all the security vulnerabilities. Most agents got a D. Some of them got an F, meaning in 10 minutes I could be inside their website if I wanted to. All right? This could be very scary to an agent. When you send them that report, they want to talk to you and find out, hey, what's some free advice on how to fix this? Okay, very easy to do, guys. Software does almost everything for you. Same thing with mobile sites. Show them screenshots of their websites and how they're basically failing when it comes to mobile. It's not displaying properly. We hosted Google Places workshops. We would interview them to feature them in our newsletter that went out to hundreds, if not thousands, of local potential borrowers. Featured them on our YouTube channel, would interview them in the form of a video. So point being is there's so many tools out there, guys. A lot of them in the way of scanners. That could be SEO, that could be mobile, that could be security, okay, workshops. All right, we talked about that. Interview and then feature them. All right, so there's so many tools out there just waiting for you to use them. Now let's talk about follow-up real quick. When it comes to follow-up, guys, this is where a lot of loan officers fall on their face, or at least that's what they're telling me, because a lot of them say, you know what, I can get their attention, but I just can't get them to take that next step and do business with me and actually give me a loan. And my question is, number one, are you only approaching agents that have business to give you? Are you approaching agents that are doing a minimum of 10 closings a year? I prefer to do more than that, but I make sure in advance, because again, you can just talk to your title company depending on what area you're in, but oftentimes title companies can send you MLS productivity reports or production reports, and you can see exactly how many transactions they're closing. But do your research and only work with agents that have something to give you. That'll make your follow-up that much easier so you're not wasting your breath. But on top of that, guys, you have to ask. Let's not beat around the bush and pretend we don't want their business, because we're not fooling them. We're not tricking them. We're not going to trick them into doing business with us. I tell them right up front, you know what? My end goal here is I would love for us to be doing business together. Now, I'm not expecting you to just start sending me your deals right out of the get-go. I know I have to earn it. But if you just give me 30 days, I could probably prove it to you that I would be a wonderful partner to do business with, and this will be mutually beneficial. Fair enough? So can we chat? I don't expect you to send me anything right now, because I know that you don't know me from Adam. But 30 days from now, you'll know a lot more about me. Just give me this one opportunity, okay? I tell them that I want their business. And when I start bringing value to the table, when I'm interviewing them and blasting it out to my entire database and YouTube channel and scanning their website and teaching them these things, I tell them, I remind them I'm bringing value to the table. Here is what I expect. Let's make this mutually beneficial. It has to be a two-way street, because this takes up a lot of my time. They will respect you for asking for what you want. Okay? They view somebody who beats around the bush. That's weakness. In their eyes, that's weakness. You got to tell them what you want, so you're not so nobody's wasting their time. Okay? So essentially, folks, what I'm saying here is, let's not talk to them and tell them and talk at them. Let's demonstrate. You'll notice everything in my notes here can be demonstrated. I'm not just going to make a bunch of empty promises, but rather I'm going to show you what's wrong with your website. I'm going to show you how to boost your security. I'm going to show you how to boost your ranking. I'm going to work this with you. I'm going to interview you and put you on my newsletter. These are all actions that are demonstrable. Okay? I'm demonstrating what I can do. I'm not just talking to them, which is what everyone else is doing. Talk is talk. Anybody can say anything and promise anything. But it's where the rubber meets the road. And that is how you get agents, folks, is through proof, through evidence, through demonstration. Let's not talk to them and at them, but let's demonstrate. Let's rub elbows. Let's make sure that we're doing things that are mutually beneficial and going to put us hand in hand with these agents in their offices. Because, guys, nothing better than leverage. You can add an extra heavy 6 figures to your income by having a solid referral source. Referrals beat regular leads any day of the week, right? So why aren't we getting more of them? Okay, folks, so I hope you found this beneficial. Make it a great day. Have an awesome weekend, and look forward to chatting with you soon, guys. Chad Weber from Loan Officer Marketing Lab. Make it a great one.